The concealed carry market is a growing segment, with more and more Americans wanting to arm themselves for their protection and their families as well. With the demand for these easy-to-conceal guns, it's hard to see which models are being prioritized by regular gun consumers. However, I guess the top-selling or the popular ones, if that term sticks appropriately, are still those with dependable reliability, straightforward accuracy, and ergonomics that, well, match the qualities needed for a concealed carry gun. What's up, everyone? This is your boy Ted from Line 45. In this episode, I will be revealing 5 of the most popular concealed carry pistols as of June 2024 in terms of their sales and market reception. Before we get underway, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I know it is a chore, but these simple clicks help my channel immensely. Now, let's return to the video. Glock 43X MOS. The first stop is a Glock built to compete with the P365, the Glock 43X. In particular, the more popular variation of this pistol is in its MOS configuration, meaning that the gun lets you slap some micro red dots on it. Aside from the factory slide cut, Glock also provides a slim mounting rail to this gun, ensuring that there's space where you can toss your favorite weapon accessories. The rest of the gun remains unchanged. It is still your standard Glock 43X, with a subcompact barrel length which measures 3.4 inches. Since this is in its Gen 5 configuration, the barrel equipped in this pistol is the marksman barrel, which has an improved rifling design for better accuracy and reliability. I have 2 Glock 43X in my safe, and both of them perform the way Glock promised them to. Each of the guns feeds on different 9mm ammo, and they maintain a decent 25-yard accuracy, especially when I use red dots. Its standard capacity is 15 rounds, but also offers 10-round configurations for restricted states. Also, the reason why it's a popular concealed carry is because of its slim architecture. You see, the Glock 43X belongs to the Slimline series, so the entire thing is very easy to grip and mask under your clothes. The controls are low profile, and although the gun is blocky, it doesn't snag or mark at all. Plus, I love that the trigger distance of this pistol has been cut down, so that it's easier for any user to shoot the pistol without having to adjust their grip. I'm also a huge fan of its beaver tail, which is a design directly imported from the Glock 42 and even the Glock 43. People find this useful, given that small guns tend to cause slide bites without a beaver tail. So yeah, even if it has some parts that you need to replace, such as its sights, the Glock 43X is still a practical choice for a concealed carry pistol. I mean, the way it appeals to the market right now tells you a lot about its reputation. Taurus G2C. To my surprise, the leading Taurus handgun right now isn't actually the GX4 or even the G3C. In terms of sales and popularity, many gun dealers said that the G2C is still beating its successors. Well, from a concealed carry perspective, it's quite understandable. First, the gun is really cheap. Many buyers today will opt for a gun that isn't too expensive but guarantees a reliable performance. With a price of less than $300, I can still guarantee that the G2C isn't a cheap plastic. It's not the best polymer-framed 9mm pistol out there, but the thing isn't flimsy either. Second, I have to say that its decade-old reputation makes more people trust it completely. So far, there are no bad raps about the Taurus G2C, and it's actually a highly recommended entry-level personal defense pistol. Third, there's also its reliability. For an inexpensive gun like the G2C, you may think that it requires lots of cleaning so that it can shoot with no hiccups. But in reality, it can shoot 100 rounds continuously with zero malfunctions. It's also capable of chewing ammo that other rival guns have trouble dealing with. As a striker-fired pistol, the internal architecture of the Taurus G2C is actually akin to the larger Glock 19. Even the way you disassemble it is also similar to the Austrian gun. It doesn't have a bad capacity either. Its standard is 12+1 rounds, so it actually keeps up with the modern double-stack micro-compact pistols, like the SIG P365. It's also worth noting that the G2C has similar dimensions to the Glock 43X, so if you can grip the Glock 43X properly, you can do the same with this Taurus pistol. For concealment, the Taurus G2C is actually an overlooked handgun that is gaining a resurgence. It's both reliable and accurate, and the 5-pound single-action and 6-pound double-action trigger pull make it an even better choice for an everyday carry pistol. Smith & Wesson CSX. Finally, the CSX of Smith & Wesson is starting to get the recognition it deserves. I mean, this is one of those guns that can make you ditch your plastic guns entirely. And most importantly, It's also a pistol that will make you realize how good a single-action hammer-fired gun is for concealed carry. For a price of $600 or less, the CSX is a 9mm micro-compact pistol that features an alloy frame instead of polymer. I think this is the primarily selling point of this pistol that propelled it to the market. Still, the metal frame has polymer grip inserts that feel just right for gripping. As far as I am concerned, the grip ergonomics of the CSX will accommodate a wide range of shooters. The good things don't stop there, though. The gun offers an ambidextrous thumb safety, so you can actually operate it regardless if you are a left-handed or right-handed shooter. Plus, the CSX can be carried, cocked, and locked. Now, that's a feature that many gunners kind of dig in these days. Now, I have to admit that the Smith & Wesson CSX isn't entirely perfect. I just don't get why it got a trigger safety, given that its single-action trigger already has a manual thumb safety. The trigger works fine in actual firing, but how I wish I had the ability to remove the trigger safety. Other than that, the Smith & Wesson CSX is a superb concealed carry pistol. It only measures 6 inches long and is slim enough at an inch or so. It holds a capacity of 10 rounds, with an extended mag giving an additional 2 shots of 9mm. I almost forgot that the CSX operates like your standard 1911 pistol, so if you are missing your old-school 1911, the CSX can give you that experience again, but this time in a small package. Springfield Armory Hellcat ProComp OSP. The Hellcat is the first competitor of the P365, and since then, the said pistol has been available in different variants. The latest one is the Hellcat ProComp OSP. So far, gun dealers and gun stores mentioned that it suddenly became one of the most bought and pre-ordered handguns in their catalogs. The internal and external layout of this brand new Hellcat is still built around the original Hellcat platform. It has a polymer frame and a steel slide, and holds a capacity of 15 + 1 rounds of 9mm for its flush-fit mag, and 17 rounds when fitted with the extended magazine. The sights are the standard U-notch rear and tritium front dot, while the trigger is a single-action mode that has a pull weight of more or less 6 pounds. There's also a safety bar on its trigger. There are some things that made the new Hellcat more appealing than its previous variants. The integral slide barrel compensator, for example, is a strong selling point for this pistol. I shot this gun alongside my original Hellcat and immediately noticed that the Hellcat ProComp OSP shoots flatter. Its muzzle flip is almost non-existent under successive firing. So even if you fire rapidly, the gun stays on your target. Its sights aren't difficult to zero in on. It's also a good choice for concealment, considering that the gun has been streamlined to prevent snagging. The edges have been rounded, and even its controls have a low profile. The serrations on the slide don't even protrude, so holstering and drawing guns are just a breeze. Another fantastic feature of the new Hellcat is that its sights are very co-witness with red dots. It has a low mounting platform, so any RMSC optics can align with iron sights. Plus, with its heavy trigger, there's little to no chance of dealing with accidental discharges. Sauer P365 AXG Legion. Unsurprisingly, the Legion variant of the P365 has already superseded the popularity of the X Macro and XL in the concealed carry market. For starters, this is the first time the P365 has received a Legion treatment. So, this means that first, its polymer frame has been discarded to give way to a lightweight yet sturdy alloy frame, and second, the gun has been optimized not only for concealment, but for a number of tasks already, such as home defense and even competitions. The first Legion I used was the P320 AXG Legion. For that particular gun, it possesses classic 2-screw grip panels, which contribute to a more secure and stable grip. For the P365 AXG Legion, SIG opted to use customized G10 grip panels. What I can say is that these grip panels have more aggressiveness than the standard grip modules in P365 pistols. There are also other aspects of the P365 that have been upgraded with the Legion treatment. One of the most important improvements is its 3.1-inch carbon steel barrel, which, while not threaded, is still integrally compensated. This implies that the gun shoots with significant recoil reduction, which in turn enhances its accuracy. The slide still hosts the popular X-Ray 3 day-night sights, and there's also a cut for red dots with Shield RMSC footprint. I am absolutely shooting this gun, and those who have already tried running the P365 AXG Legion in the range will say the same thing. It's one hell of a sharpshooter, as it creates sub-2-inch groupings from 25 yards with relative ease. It doesn't heat up that fast as well, and even with little cleaning, it fires with zero malfunctions. The trigger works impressively. Its quick and tactile reset lets you empty its 17-round mags fast. So even if it's a bit pricey, this gun costs over $1,000, by the way. The P365 AXG Legion is still a highly sought-after pistol. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more gun videos like this, just click the subscribe button and notification bell. Take care and stay safe.